Hi, boys and girls. Today I want to take a few minutes to discuss some financial literacy information, something that will be super useful in your future as you start to maybe think about opening your own business or even just thinking about money that you save and earn. All right. So what we're going to be talking about is profit, calculating profit. You're going to need your math journal so that you can take some notes and also so that you can actually calculate profit here in a minute. So if you need to, pause this video and go get your journal. Once you come back, unpause. All right, welcome back. So I want to go over some vocabulary with you. Please take some notes in your journal about what these terms mean, because they're going to be things that you see throughout your whole life. Greg and I actually this weekend were talking about calculating our income and our expenses. So even just in our personal lives, we have these vocabulary words being utilized. So our first word is income. We've heard that before. Income is money earned or received. If you need to pause this video and make that note in your journal, please do that. So when we talk about income, we're talking about things like your salary, maybe your allowance. Maybe right now you don't have an actual job, but you do things around the house and your parents give you an allowance. That's income, all right? Any money that you earn or receive. If you get money for your birthday, that's income. Now, the opposite of income is money going out. Money going out is called expenses. So money that is spent on wants or needs are your expenses. If you need to pause the video, write that down. All right, some expenses that we have in our lives. We have our bills, our cell phone, our electric, our gas, water. Those are all bills that we have to pay. Rent or your mortgage. Paying rent or your mortgage is how you pay for where you live. Food. Food can be a want or a need, right? I need milk in my house, but I want some Sour Patch Kids too. Those are expenses. Supplies, any kind of supplies. This weekend we had to go to Lowe's and buy some things for the house. Those were expenses. I had to buy some school supplies for you guys. Those are expenses. Clothes, again, school uniforms, work uniforms, anything that you buy is an expense. And then a new term for us is this word profit. Profit is the money that is made in a business after all of your costs and expenses are paid. Okay, so after you've done all of your expenses, you've paid your employees, any money you have left is your profit. All right, now when we calculate profit, we have a cool equation. You start with your income. Your income should be greater than your expenses. So you have your income minus your expenses. You take away what you've spent, and what you have left is your profit. All right? Before we go into actually solving what that looks like, I want to share with you a short video about these three terms about income, expenses, and profit, okay?
The Scribe and Caption Comedian Program. In the classroom and online. tcmp.org.
Dope Ideas Incorporated presents BizKids, Understanding Income and Expense.
You may think your success is measured by how much money you have coming in.
Someone plops cash on her table.
But everybody also has expenses or money going out
She pays some to someone else.
on things you need or want. All this comes together to form your cash flow. It's the same with big businesses as it is with you.
Kaylin.
See, the key to it all is finding a balance between your income and expenses. Over time, if your expenses are greater than your income, you've got negative cash flow.
Christina pays the rest of her cash.
Now, it looks like you need to increase your income.
Well, cash or reduce my expenses.
Exactly. Now, if your income is greater than your expenses, then you've got positive cash flow, which is great for financial success. Now you're getting it. There you go.
More money arrives at Christina's table. Two guys take a ladder and supplies out of a truck.
Hi, my name is Alex. I'm the branch manager at StudentFitters.net. We're here to paint away profit.
The guys pour paint into a bucket and tape off a window.
StudentFitters.net is a student-based company. Hires students like myself to manage a crew of employees. Last summer, the average manager earned about 22% profit on the revenue. I earned nearly 38% profit. because I kept my costs very low, which increased my profit margin. Me and my painters will go cold calling, knock on random homeowners' doors, trying to collect some leads. If they're not home, we'll go ahead and put a door hanger on their door. Once they call us, we'll set up a time for me to come out, estimate the house, see how much it's going to cost, we get painted, and we go from there. Time is money. In order to save time, rather than use a tape measure, I pace off the size of the house to estimate the square footage. After I come up with the price, after estimating the entire house, it's a pretty big price, I have to present it to them and sell it to them. You gotta be a nice guy. You gotta have some charm. You gotta be able to talk to people, get to know your stuff. I go home, I keep track of my expenses. I know exactly where every penny is going, and by doing so, I can save money on my expenses and keep more profit for myself.
So I want you to once again notice he has his income, the money that's coming into him from what customers are paying, minus his expenses, and then he has his profit. So we're going to hear in just a second about what expenses he has.
So in order to keep my startup costs low, I borrowed a truck from my mom, I bought used ladders and used equipment. This ladder cost me $300. This is an airless sprayer, cost me $700. And these guys are my painters. I pay them $10 an hour, but after insurance, taxes, and workman's compensation, it actually costs me $17 an hour, all of which comes out of my expenses.
Tape. It's a small expense, but it adds up.
A painter covers the edges of a window with masking tape.
This gallon of paint cost me $25, covers about 350 square feet per gallon. We're gonna need 6 for the entire house, so my total expense for paint is $150.
Alex climbs a ladder with the paint.
So in order to save money on paint, I would actually buy a little bit less than I needed, because it would actually cost a lot of money to throw it away. If I needed the last gallon, I'd go ahead and go get that.
Income minus expenses.
Cash flow is exactly that. The flow of cash through your business. You need to have your income as high as you can, and your expenses as low as you can. Okay, Biscuit, keep your expenses low, and soon enough you'll be rolling in the dough.
The described
All right, my friends, so let's take a look at what this actually looks like when we're solving problems with income minus expenses and getting our profit. So you can see here I have an income of $1,470.25 or 25 cents. I had to spend $1,017.03 or 3 cents to I had to spend that on my business. All right, so now I want to figure out what my profit is. So I'm going to subtract. So let me think. 5 hundredths minus 3 hundredths is going to be 2 hundredths. Use my mouse. Might be a little sloppy, but that's okay. 2 hundredths. I have 2 tenths minus 0 tenths, so I have 2 tenths. I have my decimal point. I need to make sure to bring that decimal point down to separate my whole numbers from my decimals, from my fractions. Now I have 0 ones minus 7 ones. I can't do that, so I need to go over to my tens and borrow. So this 7 is going to become a 6. This 0 becomes a 10. Now I can do 10 minus 7, which is 3. So I have 3 in my ones place. I have 6 minus 1, which is 5. 4 minus 0 is 4. And then I have 1,000 minus 1,000, which is 0. So I don't need to put anything there. So my profit, which I can put down here, is $453.22. I'm just subtracting my income from my expenses. What you guys are going to do to show your understanding of calculating profit, you have this calculating profit activity. You're going to make sure to put your name on this first slide. And then you've got some examples of income and expenses. I recommend that you solve this in your journal and then just type the profit in here. That's how we'll know that you have done your work, okay? You've got several problems, and then you have a couple down here where you're problem solving, you're thinking logically. They're giving you some of the different parts of the equation, and your job is to figure out the missing part. Okay, if you need help on these last 2 problem solving, please talk to me or one of your teachers, and we can help walk you through how to problem solve these, all right? Great job, my friends, on going through calculating profit, and I can't wait to see your work. Thank you so much.